As we enter year 3 of the early 21st century pandemic, it's understandable why we might all long for nothing more than life outside. Life outside the walls of Zoom. The last couple of years were dominated by stories of loss of income, loss of job security, loss of essential routines, friendships, confidence, and of course, the worst of all, loss of life. But scattered here and there, tucked behind and alongside the wreckage, lie some unexpected gifts. To many independent scriptwriters, Zoom, with all its annoying limitations, brought unfamiliar opportunity into our worlds. Specifically, the chance to get your work out in front of audiences quickly and cheaply, and without the usual barriers erected by gatekeepers, which keep 99% of writers at bay. Suddenly, new pathways presented themselves which allowed the industrious writer to make an end run around these gatekeepers and connect directly with their best audience. Beyond that, Zoom has also bridged geographical divides, which prior to the pandemic made it highly unlikely that an audience member in Seattle would connect with the work of an obscure writer in Pittsburgh. Now, like never before, it's possible for people who fall in love with your unique artistic vision and voice. They can now fill themselves on a steady diet of work by you. For this reason alone, I think playwrights and filmmakers would be making a grave mistake if you were to simply eschew Zoom as an artistic venue out of some knee-jerk emotional desire to get as far away from anything that reminds you of the last couple years and all the darkness. Every artist, no matter what your discipline, should think long and hard before turning your back on a proven tool for expanding your audience. But there's something else, too, that I want to say about Zoom, which may be even more important if it's a little bit more obscure. And that is simply this. It is a cheap, widely accessible laboratory in which to try stuff out with virtually no financial risk. The practice of an artist's work is possibly one of the least understood and most overlooked pillars of a successful life in your chosen field. A sculptor needs clay or marble or whatever. A painter needs paint and a canvas. The scriptwriter needs actors and an audience. This is how we do our sculpting. We write, we then hear the words brought to life by actors in the presence of an audience. And by the way, an audience that we can see and hear. Based on what we observe, we then edit. This would be our laboratory. Take away either the actor or the audience from this equation, and the data is not dependable. So, if there is anything that matters for your artistic growth, for your maturity as a writer of dramatic work, it is that laboratory. Having a steady stream of opportunities to hear the work read aloud by actors in the presence of an audience. And Zoom gives you that for virtually no cost. That is why in 2022, as we enter year 3 of our COVID-altered journey, Hear Me Out Monologues is staying right where you found us, in the Zoomy box, as main actress and author Lisa Stathopoulos is fond of calling it. And we hope to see you and your vision as soon as possible and as frequently as possible. Thank you.